These Raptor engines by SpaceX are mind-blowing. Elon Musk shocked the entire world with the revelation of the new Raptor engines. If you want to see how far technological limits can go, then look no further. The Raptor engine is mind-blowing, as it is one of the most advanced rockets ever created. The journey to Mars is now closer than ever. Today we're going to talk about the insane engineering of the Raptor engine and how the new technology might be the gateway to our journey towards Mars. I know what we're all thinking. What spaceship will the engine be used on? Does it have the power to reach Mars? Well, stick around till the end as we answer this intriguing question. Without further ado, let's begin the video. Before we understand the components of the insane Raptor engine, first, let's understand why this engine is important for the flight of the Starship. The Starship holds a lot of importance at SpaceX. The aerospace company's been constructing the almost 400-foot-tall Starship rocket to create a vehicle that can transport cargo and groups of people beyond Earth. It is the main rocket at SpaceX and will mainly be used for the company's major journey beyond the vicinities of Earth. Thus, it is very important for Elon Musk's plan of visiting Mars and beyond. So it comes as no surprise that such a spacecraft is so integral to making Musk's dream a reality and will be equipped with the best features possible. As we speak, the engineers over at SpaceX are devising new ways to make the craft better and even more advanced so that it could deal with any problems it might face in space. Countless test flights have enabled them to improve the specifications of the craft. However, these are mostly design changes. One thing the engineers have nailed is the Raptor engine used in the building of the spacecraft. There is no other rocket that can generate as much energy from liquid methane and liquid oxygen as this one. Previously, Falcon 9 rockets were powered by the Merlin engine, which wasn't as powerful. Moreover, the Starship would be nothing without its Raptor engines, which provide the thrust required to escape Earth's gravitational pull and launch it on interplanetary missions. Because the Starship is designed to lift massive payloads of up to 100 tons, the thrust they produce should be immense. Thanks to the Raptor engines, the Starship is capable of carrying up to 100 people into orbit. In 2019, SpaceX tested the first flight-ready Raptor, and just over a month ago, they flew one for the first time on a hot test of the Starship prototype. After a series of successful tests, it's safe to say that the Raptor engines are the future of spaceflight. Now let us discuss the Raptor engine and how its amazing features and specifications have enabled Musk and his Starship in reaching the depths of space that were previously considered impossible. The Raptor engine is similar in size to the Merlin engine, but it has 3 times the chamber pressure and 3 times the thrust. In comparison to other high-performance engines, the Raptor has a very high chamber pressure, making it more efficient. Now let us discuss the engine in more detail and what processes occur inside it which enable it to travel at such high speeds. The Raptor is a methalox engine with a full-flow staged combustion. First and foremost, full-flow staged combustion occurs. We'll discuss this system in depth shortly. After this combustion, methalox occurs when liquid methane and liquid oxygen are used as propellants in an engine. For orbital rockets, no methane-fueled engines have been deployed. Speaking of the full-flow staged combustion system, let us break it apart and understand it deeply. This is only the 3rd time this approach has been used in history. Merlin, on the other hand, employs the more conventional cycle scheme. The Soviet Union tested such engines for the first time in the 1960s, and the United States tested them again in the 2000s. They did not, however, make it through the final testing stage. Unlike the gas generator cycle, the propellants burn in stages in this engine, and there are about 2 pre-burners. One is a fuel-rich environment, while the other is an oxidizer-rich environment. The fuel pump is powered by the rich fuel pre-burner, while the oxidizer pump is powered by the oxidizer-rich pre-burner. The fuel-rich pre-burner cuts off the oxidizer flow in a design. Thus, a lot of fuel but very little oxidizer travels through this pre-burner, and vice versa for the oxidizer-rich pre-burner. This creates primarily unburned vaporized repellent, which is just what they desire. The hot gases spin their turbines and operate their pumps, which are just quick enough to pressurize the pre-burners to their maximum capacity. The combustion chamber is then pressurized in exchange. Because the fuel and oxidizer enter the combustion chamber as hot gas, everything works out. As a result, you'll be able to achieve higher temperatures and better combustion. The propellants burn twice due to the 2 combustion stages. The pre-burners are used first, followed by the combustion chamber. The propellant burns at a lesser efficient in the pre-burners, just enough to generate the appropriate quantity of energy to spin the turbines at the optimal speed. Their propellant burns at maximum efficiency in the combustion chamber, creating maximum thrust, and no propellant is wasted. As a result, the engine extracts the most energy from all of its propellants. As a result, this engine is well suited to high-power rocket applications. In other words, a rocket powered by SpaceX Raptor engines will have an easier time climbing the Earth's gravitational well. Now that we've discussed the dynamics of the Raptor engine, let us now understand how its more advanced version, the Raptor 2, will be used in SpaceX flights. So, are you guys enjoying the video? Here comes another challenge. Is the Raptor engine the best we can come up with? Can we make more advancements in the engine of the spaceship that is supposed to reach Mars one day? Let's find out. Raptor 2 basically is a much more advanced brother of the Raptor 1. It has addressed all the issues and limitations in Raptor 1. The turbo machinery, chamber, nozzle, and electronics were all redesigned, with some parts being removed and many flanges being replaced with welds. The engine rework was in the plans for SpaceX for a long time, and finally in September 2019, they announced that Raptor 2 would be used for all 3 sea-level engines on the Starship second stage, as well as all booster engines on the Super Heavy first stage. These engines will be manufactured at SpaceX's new engine development facility near McGregor, Texas, but no date has been set for when the facility will be ready for production. Musk announced on his Twitter that the Raptor 2 has begun production, and the engine will be the strongest they have ever produced. Musk demonstrated the capabilities of Raptor 2 in a Starship update recently, and showed how it is much simpler but more powerful than the first Raptor. By February 2022, it was reported that Raptor 2 engines were routinely producing an astounding 230-ton force of thrust. This clearly shows that the new engine will be more than capable of handling heavy cargo. However, for SpaceX, this is still not enough, as it intends to produce at least 250-ton force. Furthermore, Musk stated that the engine production cost was roughly half of its predecessor, the Raptor 1. This clearly shows how much better the Raptor 2 is. As its production continues to grow, we hope that the engine is the answer to the Mars distance problem. Due to the massive distance, a powerful engine is needed which can ensure that we can reach safely and a decent time too. We hope the Raptor helps us fulfill that dream. One needs to comprehend the possibilities that are available to him in terms of space travel. He or she shouldn't be bound by the limits of human thinking. Thus, one should broaden his creativity to create something that can help mankind reach Mars. Raptor 2 is the product of this creativity and will surely start a new era in space travel. So are you excited to see what the future holds for the Raptor 2 engine and the future of spaceflight? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to watch more of our amazing videos, then stay tuned.